Bang. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Combat Sports Report podcast. I'm your host, Alan, with your co-host Simkai. And we're gonna get some coverage on what happened this past weekend. A lot of combat sports action and what's
Oh yeah,
happening this week going into this weekend. We
and
know we're a
today,
little bit
Alan.
exactly, including today. We know we're a little bit behind schedule with the podcast. Apologies for that.
Yeah,
Moved. Uh, I live somewhere different now, so I had to take care of that. Took a little bit of time
and I'm
away, but
also on a
whatever.
vacation. So
Yeah, just life happens, you know. But whatever.
yeah,
We like this, and we want to break it down for you guys. So, without further ado, Simca, let's go back to this past Saturday, right?
yeah.
Ian Gary fought Carlos Prates. Yeah, we're a
Ooh,
little bit late, but
oh,
what a fucking performance by Ian
dude, that
Gary.
was really good. I mean, Ian, Gary, and Alan. I mean, we talked about this too. You called what was going to happen. You called it. My boy Alan deserves some props. He got it right on
Thank you.
target.
Thank you.
I mean, Ian Gary put on a
Gary by decision.
performance. He got the decision win. He literally dominated Prates. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah,
And of all places, he dominated him on the feet.
yeah.
Ian Gary did such a beautiful job as like a striking purist, but also like an MMA purist. It was so nice to watch
Holy
because
shit.
Carlos Prates is a better striker than him. If it's Muay Thai, Carlos Prates wins. But what Ian Gary did so beautifully was he kept breaking his rhythm. He kept shooting takedowns. And even if you don't get the person down, you get them in the mindset of sprawling and defending a takedown, which takes away from your striking. If
Those
you're thinking
lightning
about
strikes
sprawling, you're
too.
not going forward and attacking. And Ian Gary, bro, he did that shit beautifully. Tell me not.
Ian was like lightning, bro. He kept like throwing a shot and he was like quicker than Pratis. I was quite surprised by that. I was quite taken off about that. I mean,
Mhm.
listen, I know probably I don't think it's this weekend. When's the Bilal Madalena fight? Like 2 weeks?
That is next month, I believe, no? Or
No, no, no. It's in May.
is it? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
I
May
think it's
10th. Oh
next.
shit. Wow, next weekend.
Oh, oh shit. Yeah. So it's next
That's
weekend.
soon.
But yeah, Alan.
Wow.
Yeah, Alan. I mean, I'd say Ian Gary is back in the conversation. I mean, Shavkat beat him obviously, but that was
He's
a
the
close
official
fight.
backup.
Yeah, he's the official backup. I mean, well, actually, yeah, Shavkat was supposed to fight, but he actually had to pull out. So
He's
Ian
injured.
is obviously the next contender for that. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Shafkat got injured. Ian lost to Shafkat. It was a close. I'd say it was like a what was it? A split decision loss, if I
yeah, it was
remember
five
correctly.
rounds too. Yeah,
Yeah, Ian Gary did well. He had him in a rear naked choke. I keep harping on that because it's very impressive to do to somebody
yeah, like Shavkat.
like
Yeah,
Shavkat. It very difficult to do. Prates, for what it's worth, Prates's cardio is very good. Like for somebody that drinks and smokes the way he does, his cardio is very impressive.
yeah, he's
He
definitely
was
coming
the
back.
one attacking in rounds 4 and 5, and he put Gary down. He almost finished him.
Yeah, dude, he almost finished him in that fifth round. I thought he could have taken it away if he like stayed on the pace. I mean, Carlos Prates will definitely be back. He's gonna be at the top, in my opinion, still. He's that much
Agreed.
of a contender. Honestly, Alan, I would book him and Shavkat next.
Nah, I wouldn't do that, and I'll tell you why. The reason I wouldn't do that is if Shavkat finishes Prates, now you have a prospect like Prates on a two-fight losing streak,
Oh yeah,
right?
true.
And you don't really want to like tarnish your inventory
Ooh,
like that if you think about it
even
from a
better.
business perspective. I got you with two. Let me hit you with two, and
Wonder
then you.
Boy. Wonder
That's.
Boy.
I was just about to say that. I love the balloons. I was just about to say that. Yeah, Wonder Boy, or you put him up against the MVP. Both of those guys are ranked welterweights. Wonder Boy is ranked 2 spots above him. MVP is 2 spots below him. You have 11, Wonder Boy. You have Prates, 13, and then 15 is MVP. So you can match those three up however the fuck you want. I will watch it every single
Yeah,
time.
dude. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see with that title fight next weekend. Folks, just a little bit of a shout out here. We have two title fights next weekend. Obviously, the welterweight title between champion Bilal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena. And then Valentina Shevchenko is defending her belt against the Manon Fiorot from France. So
Hmm.
should be bangers. But yeah,
And
Alan,
not
I
only
mean,
that, sorry, just one more thing. You also got a very talented welterweight fighting very soon. Is he fighting on? Oh no, he's fighting the week. They're fighting the week right after 315. You have Michael Morales versus Gilbert Burns,
holy shit, I almost forgot
right? So
about
these are two ranked welterweights, and
that's
they're
gonna be
going at it. So the next month is very big. This
for the
whole
welterweight
month is very
division.
big for the welterweight division. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
but Alan,
after 315, sorry, I keep coming back to this. Then you got Islam coming up if Bilal loses to JDM.
yeah,
Huge. Sorry, take us
Alan,
away.
Alan, I feel like that main event was crazy, but I mean, the co-main event a little bittersweet. I mean, obviously, Zhang Mingyang is a fucking monster.
We
Like
called it.
he literally cracked his head open like an egg, like like like
Dude,
literally. And I mean, but so, you know what? We got to give a little clap to our boy Anthony Lionheart Smith. He's had a hell of a career. I mean,
60 pro fights. That's a
60
lot.
pro fight. He got it. He got his. I love what the UFC did in honor of him. Like it really made me happy to see that he got his
Mhm,
well prop deserve. He's been a top contender for a while, but don't
mhm.
worry, folks. We'll still see him on the commentating booth, and he actually provides very good insight. So,
Yeah. We'll
but
see
Zhang
him.
Mingyang,
We'll see him being the stunt double for Bogdan Guskov from now on. Anytime Bogdan is in a movie or anything, it's Anthony Smith. No, but Zhang Mingyang deserves a lot of praise for that fight. He knew what he was getting himself into. He kind of like got a kind of a cherry-picked opponent in Anthony Smith. Not saying anything against Anthony Smith, but it
oh yeah,
wasn't exactly like a mystery who was going to win this fight, you know. Zhang Mingyang is massive. I believe he's only like 25 or 26 years old. He's got crazy fast hands and elbows, bro. He's a very good striker at light heavyweight. And it's going to be fun to see him against people in the top 10, top 15 very soon. I think
Alan.
one more fight and then he's fighting ranked competition,
I
if not
keep saying it.
already.
I keep saying it, Alan. But the China PPV is stacking up. Like it's literally serving itself as a platter right now. The UFC has got to take that opportunity soon. I'll
That's
briefly just
gotta
say on that.
Yeah. That's got to be like next year or something.
But you know what, Alan? I really want to talk about, and I think it's been on your
What's up?
mind as well. Dude, what the hell happened to Nicholas Dalby? Holy
Oh,
shit.
well, okay. I don't think anything happened to Dolby because he did drop Rude Boy. Okay, he dropped him round
Yeah,
one.
he did drop Rude Boy.
But then Rude Boy just fucking turned up the heat. He jerk
He's
chickened Dolby,
never
bro.
been
He turned
finished.
him into a fucking fried plantain. He knocked his ass out. He is the only person to finish
To
Nicholas
finish him.
Dolby. And that's no
Nicholas,
disrespect to Dolby.
no, not at all. Dude, Nicholas Dalby went to like a 5 round draw with Darren Till. Like
He's a motherfucker, bro.
he knocked out Gabriel Bonfim in round two.
He's
So
very good. That just goes to show how good Randy Brown is,
yeah,
right?
Randy
Like
Brown's on
this
the rise,
is
man.
Randy Brown, so lanky, so tall, bro,
Top
with
15.
the sharp fucking up the middle front kicks, the teep
Dude.
kicks, bro. Oh my fucking goodness. But that was a great fight. Another finish that we had, if we're talking about finishes, is Mr. Malcolm Wellmaker.
Oof.
Wellmaker, welcome to the UFC. First round knockout within 2 minutes, knocks out Cameron Simon.
Yeah,
Cameron
that was
Simon's in a bit of a tough spot right here. He's on a three-fight losing skid. He lost to P-Rod, right? He lost to Christian Rodriguez. He lost to Peyton Talbot, and now he lost to Malcolm Wellmaker.
I
Wellmaker.
mean, but they're all tough opponents though.
Yeah, but three in a row is never good. No matter who you are, it's not good for your career
Yeah,
unless
I
you're
mean, I think he's gonna
Tony
get one more
Ferguson.
shot. You have to also think about it like this. His training partner or one of the people on his team is Dricus. So I feel like that might have something to play. He might be given another chance, but we'll see.
Mm, probably, maybe. I don't think he should be cut by any stretch of the
You
imagination.
know
He's
who's
very
not?
good, but he's taking a lot of damage and he's still very
Yeah.
young in his career, which I do not like.
You
All
know who
right.
won't be getting another chance though?
Oh my God, please pop off on her. I can't fucking do
Oh
this.
yeah. Jesus
Please.
Christ. Chelsea Chandler might be one of the worst. I'm sorry, Miss Chandler, but you literally are one
Miss
of the
Chandler is nuts, bro.
Yeah, yeah, Chelsea, you might be one of the worst like
Bro, it
fighters I've ever
was
seen. You literally, okay, Chelsea, you literally ran away from Norma Dumont in a fight. Like you were literally running around the cage like a little
Mhm.
kid getting run chased in the playground. Like it
She's
was
gonna clown your ass if she ever sees this, but I can't disagree, bro. How do you make it all the way to the UFC and then like just, bro, it's not like this is your first shot. How many
yeah.
fights has she had in the UFC? She's had three fights in the UFC. She won one of them. Uh, no, she had at least four fights in the
And
UFC.
props
Why
to
is this?
Joseline Edwards though, Alan. I think she got the first round finish.
Joseline is crazy. And Jocelyn did a beautiful job.
Jocelyn did a
She
good job.
lost. She lost to one, two, three, four. Yeah, she fought. Okay, so she's two and three, two and yeah, two and three in the UFC. I guess that's
Yeah,
not
she's
that
dominant.
bad. Two and three is not that bad in the UFC, but the way the three losses looked were just fucking horrible, bro.
Oh
I'm
my God.
sorry. Zero entertainment value aside from the one where she ran away, and there were a couple of memes from that. Like,
Oh my God, that
bro,
was great. That was hilarious, bro. But yeah, she's
no, but
definitely good.
it's kind of like how are you in the UFC? Like at a certain point, you have to start fighting people. Or like, do you not think you're gonna have to? I don't know what the fuck is
Yeah,
going
bro.
on with that
I don't get it.
situation.
Like you're at the
Maybe she
highest
got.
level.
Maybe she has Dana White's nudes or some shit. I don't fucking know, but that's like, I'm not pleased with that.
Alan, she's definitely getting cut. You said it yourself. I think,
Dude, I think you have to. I'm
yeah.
sorry. It's just like,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, whatever. Moving on.
Oh, yeah,
There
Alan.
was one more finish, I think.
Oh, one more
Uh,
finish. You wanted to, which one?
yeah, Amorim. Or no, Timothy. Okay. Amorim did a beautiful job against Poliana. To be honest, she was a heavy favorite. She went in there and fucking dominated. Got the quick submission, but and she deserves all the props in the world. Jacqueline Amorim, former LFA champion, beautiful performance. Very dominant, very assertive. Last guy I want to talk about, Timothy Kwamba.
Dude,
Kwamba with that flying knee out of fucking nowhere. Are you shitting my pants, bro? Knocking
we
out
called it
Roberto
too. We knew
Romero.
he was going to win that fight.
I did say that this motherfucker is somebody to watch out for. His war with Oki Balo, help me out with his name. Baloji Oki.
Yeah, Ogi Baloji. Yeah.
Yep, yep. With him, that war, moved up a weight class, had a war with a guy heavier than him, goes back down to his regular weight class, flying me out of nowhere. Good for
Dude, that
Timothy
that
Kwamba,
was
bro.
insane. Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a fun card. I mean, I liked it a lot.
Sure.
Alan, I do remember something. You mentioned something like a crazy finish that happened with last weekend as well. Not in the UFC, but you
Oh
said
yeah,
what you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
talking about with the one.
KSW, this professional Polish MMA organization. Love KSW. They do not test for steroids ever. Love them. Never change KSW. They have some great finishes that go viral all the time. But this time they had Mariusz
Mm.
Pudzianowski, sorry, the strongman, who is also a professional MMA fighter. What is Pudzianowski's record? Let me look it up. Good luck fucking spelling that.
Yeah, bro.
Pudzianowski versus okay. Pudzianowski versus Eddie Hall. Let's look up. Fuck. 1 second. Pudzianowski record. Okay. Pudzianowski has been on the professional scene for a long time. He's 17-9-1. Now,
Yeah,
he
that's pretty
fights Eddie
amazing.
Hall in Eddie Hall's first ever like actual professional MMA fight against somebody similar to his size. And Eddie Hall ragdolls him for 30 seconds before TKOing him. 30 seconds
Wow.
against somebody, dude, this is somebody 0-0-0 going up against somebody 17-9-1.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane. And Eddie Hall is a fucking monster. He put up a video earlier this week saying that two of him in his prime could take on a silverback gorilla. Because that's been the conversation online. Honestly, I'm inclined to agree. I think two of him could beat the fuck out of a gorilla.
Yeah, I think so too.
Low
After what you
key,
showed me.
dude, low key, he is a gorilla. He weighs as much as a gorilla in his
And
prime.
after doing that to such a like uh seasoned opponent, like I don't doubt that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, bro. So
Oh,
a lot of stuff happening outside of the UFC, but on the more like, kind of like country specific regional pro
yeah,
MMA
like Cage
scene.
Warriors, Octagon MMA, KSW, they're definitely ones to look out for,
Exactly.
people.
Exactly.
Uh, so Alan, before we get into what's coming up this weekend, we should shed light on what's going on today. So we had the PFL event, which is actually still ongoing to
Yep.
right now.
It's live.
It's live right now. I believe it's the co-main event right now. But the thing that I want to get to first, because it also very much bothered you, is that so apparently they had an alternate fight with Alex Polizzi versus Rafael Javier in the light heavyweight division. Then they also
Mhm.
had Sullivan Colley versus someone else. The other guy pulled out, so they canceled the alternate fight and they put Polizzi in to fight Colley. This
Let
was
me give
within a
you the
day.
let me
This
give
was
you the
with
names.
this was within a day.
Ridiculous, bro. Rid
Literally ridiculous. And
Here it is. So Alex Polizzi was supposed to fight a German man,
Rafael
Xavier,
Javier,
Rafael Xavier, thank you. And then Paulie was supposed to fight a guy from Brazil,
Marcelo
Nunes.
Nunes, who was a
Or
heavyweight,
s-
moving
yeah,
down.
very okay, very different fight for both guys. Okay. The day of the fucking fight,
Yeah.
two of these guys pull out. So they put Polizzi against Paulie. Completely different fucking fight, okay?
And
And
Alan,
how are you going to schedule, just 1 second, how are you going to schedule an alternate to fight on the same card on the same day for the fight he is the alternate for? That's like asking fucking Justin Gaethje to fight Dustin Poirier and then to fight fucking to be the backup for Islam versus Ilya or some shit like that. Like that's ridiculous. And this is on a
yeah, bro.
professional level. And then you get into the actual fight,
Oh
right?
God.
Polizzi was doing great. And then he gets elbowed about 12 times to what looks to me like the back of the fucking head. He has no hair. You can literally see the indentation of the mohawk strip that you're not allowed to hit. And his opponent elbows directly on there fucking 12 times. Bro, I'm a fan of the 12 to 6 elbows. I'm just not a fan of hitting people in the back of the head where their brainstem can fucking shut off and that's it. They're done for life, permanent brain damage. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, bro.
And that's what, like, it was not
And
the
PFL
cleanest
was hyping
stoppage.
it up like it was some big finish. Like,
Well, in his eyes, he did get the finish, and he probably thought that he was hitting the side of the head. But the ref should have done a better job. That was absolutely atrocious, bro. Especially the
yeah,
first elbow. First elbow comes from fucking up here onto the knee. Wow.
yeah, bro. Besides
I
that,
mean,
I
you got to
mean,
feel for him, bro. The day of the fight, his opponent gets switched, and
it's
he
pretty
gets
fucked
knocked
up.
out after doing well with a technique that you could argue is illegal.
It's pretty fucked up. I mean, also though, I would like to say some former UFC fighters did put on quite the performance. Carl, well, he did. Well, the first one who won his fight was Rodrigo Nascimento.
Yep.
He won by a dominant decision.
Yep.
Well,
Split decision.
and then split decision, but then also Carl Williams also put up a great fight against Oleg Popov, a knockout artist. He didn't win, but he lost by split decision. So that just
Hmm.
shows the caliber of fighter that came in. But
Right.
Alexander Romanov, first round submission victory against Tim Johnson.
The big
I
man.
mean, yeah,
I don't know
dude.
why the fuck. I don't know why UFC let Romanov go. I really don't. They let go of Romanov. They let go of Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
Yeah, dude.
And you got some heavyweights on that roster that frankly just like maybe don't belong on the roster.
Yeah, I mean,
And also, why remove heavyweights when you don't have to?
yeah,
I
dude.
don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe it's some internal shit that we're not privy to. But like, the heavyweight division is one of the most. The heavyweight division and the flyweight division are the two most empty. They're the two far ends of the normal distribution curve. And so your
Yeah,
solution is you
they need more
remove
talent in those divisions.
exactly. How the fuck are you removing somebody as talented as Romanov? You also got Carl Williams who got removed from the UFC. You got Rodrigo Nascimento, and yeah, maybe not they're not the best finishers, but you still need heavyweights in
Dude, the thing
your
that doesn't make any sense to me is how the
what?
fuck do you keep Shamil Gaziev in, but you cut Jarzinho?
Isn't Shamil ranked?
Yeah, Shamil's ranked, but he lost to Jarzinho, and Jarzinho was ranked when they cut it.
I don't get it, bro. Well,
And this,
Jarzinho's been
okay,
losing a lot, like very often, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe there's some decisions that we're just not privy to. I'll attribute it to that
yeah,
because I don't
true, true.
listen. UFC has been cranking out barn burner after barn burner after barn burner, but like some of the shit that they do could be a little bit better. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but besides that, we got the PFL event going
Yeah.
on, and then
You also
before
got
we,
Simeon Powell just beat Carla
oh yeah,
Albrechtsen.
dude.
Very interesting. I thought Albrechtsen looked a little bit familiar. Then I went to his Tapology, and then I realized he had a war with Yuri Prohaska all the way back in Ryzen.
He's
That's
also a
when
Bellator contender.
yeah, but that fight with Yuri was when Albrechtsen had a full afro. You could not recognize him. He looked like a giraffe almost. But fucking bon appetit over there, my sir. But yeah, Albrechtsen is very talented. He almost put Yuri away. He really hurt him, and then Yuri had to crank it up. So interesting stuff. You also got Shoeface, who used to be in the UFC.
Yeah, Shoeface got
Um,
the win, I think, right?
yeah, you did he?
Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure he did. If he didn't, I'd be surprised. Well, let me look that up right now.
Carl
Yeah,
Moore is no joke.
split decision win. Wow. Split
Carl
decision
Moore
win.
is no joke. He's no joke. Then you got
Um,
Wilkinson.
yeah, that's gonna be a fun main event. Phil Davis, Rob Wilkinson.
Yeah, Rob.
Two
Rob.
fighters going up to bring
He
it.
used to be in the UFC also. He fought Israel Adesanya like as his debut.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a good fight.
Or is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alan, so besides PFL going on today,
Hmm.
I mean we got some stuff this weekend. It's not a big card, but
Fingers.
there is some one championship tomorrow. I'm
Hmm.
not really sure who's fighting on that card, but
Let
I
me see
know
if I know any names.
I believe it might be a Rutolo in the co-main event, but I'm not sure. We should
Um,
just want to go over that briefly because there are two good fights in the main and co-main that deserve a little bit of spotlight, I feel like.
but
Oh,
I'm trying to load it up right now. Taking a second. Um, May 2nd. What?
yeah, it's
You have
tomorrow.
Nango fighting tomorrow. Is this right?
Yeah, I think it's flyweight Muay Thai, right?
You, yo, what the fuck? Wait, I didn't even know about this card. Holy shit. Hold on. Events, upcoming events.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. I think it's
So
in
you
the
have one
United
card
Kingdom.
during the day tomorrow, and I don't recognize those guys, but then you have one night at 9 p.m. and this one is stacked. Kong Farani Sor Samai, Thai dude, obviously, versus Nongo.
That's a
Nongo
good
is a
one.
motherfucker, bro. Very good striker. Definitely watch that fight. Oh my God. Dante Leone versus Ty Ruotolo. Two, bro.
Oh yeah.
Ty Ruotolo
Mhm.
was the brother of Cade Ruotolo, who won ADCC, basically the Olympics of Jiu-Jitsu. And Cade Ruotolo won at like 18, 19 years old. He's facing Dante Leone, a
They're both
full-grown
champions
man
in
who,
one. They're both submission grappling champions.
yeah, dude, they're motherfuckers, bro. And then Dante Leone is also no joke. He rips, oh my God, he rips people's limbs apart. Then you go down and you have Sebastian Kedestam, knockout artist, versus Isi Fitikepu. I've never heard of Isi, but Sebastian is
Former
no,
champion.
yeah, bro, he is no joke. He is a really interesting fighter to watch. Who else? You got Liam Nolan. I think his brother is also in ONE FC, but I forget who. Um, Samo Patch, Fairtex is fighting. Samo Patch is very good. Who else? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I know
Besides
anybody
that,
else, but
though,
still,
Alan,
sick card, bro.
yeah,
Wow, I'm
besides,
excited.
no, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Besides that, though, I did hear about, I think there's something else tomorrow. I gotta double check because I remember, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so yeah, actually, wow.
What?
Okay,
What?
so tomorrow we have a big boxing event, and I just want this is actually pretty crazy because
Hella people aware.
oh yeah, guess where? Guess where, folks? Middle of Times Square. Middle of Times Square. They are
Open
putting
to the public for free.
two open to the public. I don't even know. It's probably going to be like no room to breathe. Like there's going to be so many fucking people there. They're probably gonna yeah. I
If
don't
you're
know how
planning
they're
on driving through the city, do not go within a fucking three
yeah. Don't
block
go near the
radius
city
at
tomorrow.
least.
I'm glad I'm
Yeah.
out of the state tomorrow. I'm glad I'm out of the state right now.
The subway is going to be crime infested for sure. A lot of
Oh yeah,
fighting. New Yorkers
dude.
stay safe.
And and I mean,
This shit is going to get crazy.
Alan, the card itself for that one. I mean, I'm only aware of three fights, but
Hmm.
they're like the biggest fucking fights. Like, and they're gonna be open to the public.
Hmm.
So basically, okay, so we got Devin Haney, Devin fucking Haney versus Jose Ramirez, the former two division, no, the former double champion. We got that. Then we also got undefeated Arnold Barboza Jr. is fighting Teofimo Lopez in the co-main event.
Things
So
got
we,
pretty heated at their weigh-ins. They
yeah, we
started
got,
fucking started
yeah.
scrapping.
And then the main,
Diafimo slapped the shit out of him, bro.
yeah, and then the main event, bro, we got King Ryan Garcia. He's back and he's fighting Raleigh Romero. These two like to talk, but they
A
are
lot of
both,
fun.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. And those three fights are the big fights of this Times Square card.
There's
So
a
it's going to
fourth.
be a huge, yeah,
There's a
there's a fourth.
fourth. The
I don't
main
know.
card opener. It's not big names, but it's interesting for the city people. You have, I don't know their names, so apologies for this, but the opening fight on the main card is FDNY versus NYPD. So they're having a firefighter, professional boxer, fight a cop, professional
Oh, that's
boxer.
fucking
And they're
sick.
opening the card in the city like that. Bro, if I go, I'm gonna be so hyped for that fight. That's
Dude, if
just a
you go,
cool thing
you
to
should
do,
go.
you know?
You should try to get there.
Maybe uh, maybe on Saturday or tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, I can go. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, Alan.
Fuck it.
So, folks, so check our Instagram. You might see Alan popping out to that event.
That was really cool. Turkey, Shake Turkey, Al Shake. He set up that FDNY NYPD fight. So shout out to you, Shake.
Shared out
Uh,
shit. Turkey, you're one of the
God,
best
shit,
people.
bro. This dude has been putting on banger after
Bangers.
banger after bang. It's like if
Yeah.
you and I just got like $4 trillion wired to our bank account and we can make any fight happen.
Literally,
Ngannou
I fucking
versus
love that.
John Jones tomorrow. Fucking
Dude,
Aspinall versus John Jones
this
same
guy
night.
is changing the game. I fucking love it.
Oh
Turkey
my
Al
God.
Sheikh is really making boxing great again, in my
That's
opinion.
the thing though. Yes, but also not just boxing. He's putting on for these PFL guys. He's hosting all of these guys. He's doing deals with the UFC, you know. He's doing so much for combat sports in general. He's a very important figure nowadays in combat sports.
Yeah.
I'm very glad at a lot of the fights he's putting on.
Also, guys, I don't know if you're aware, but the UFC Spear event was sponsored by Turkey.
Hmm.
So that giant card at the UFC Las Vegas Spear was
Yeah,
sponsored by Turkey. But
yeah.
Alan,
Oh, before
then
we go, sorry,
no, no, no.
what do you want to talk about?
Before we go to the UFC, we Turkey's not done yet cooking, Alan. Turkey is
Mm,
not done cooking yet because
mm.
Saturday we have Canelo, one of the goats of boxing, defending his titles against the undefeated Scully.
Where's that happening?
I believe that is actually in Riyadh.
Sick.
So that will be in
Canelo.
Riyadh. And the
Canelo.
card is actually pretty stacked. We got Martin Bakole returning, and he's fighting
Oh my
F.A.
God.
Ajagba. He's fighting F.A. Ajagba. These guys are two monsters, and they're going to be colliding in the feature fight. Then we also got Jaime Munguia, who
Okay.
is versus
Former
Bruno
opponent
Sar
of Canelo.
versus Bruno Sar guy, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's a stacked card. We have two
Sick.
boxing events literally within a day of each other.
Sick.
It's a huge weekend for boxing, I think. So it's going to
Huge
be an
weekend for
amazing.
combat sports in general.
Yeah, dude. And I mean,
Yeah.
Alan, should we get started on our upcoming UFC event?
In a second, I have one bit of UFC news that I just got to share with the people.
Okay, let's do our new UFC. Let's do our UFC news, folks. Then, Alan, start
Let's
us
do it.
off.
All right. A piece of UFC news. Cedric Dumas, my favorite fighter of all time, the GOAT, the one to beat John Jones himself, got arrested for the 14th time this past week. His bond is set at $500,000. So if any of you guys want to bail him out, contribute. He got arrested for robbery of a residence. I believe it was an armed robbery, which is why his bond is so high. Mm. Yeah, dude. Like
What the fuck?
Mikhail Olakjacek really did a number on him.
Yeah, Cedric
Dude,
Dumas.
14 times. Four, 14? You're in the UFC, bro.
Yeah, what do you? It
Just
doesn't
take
make
more
yeah.
fights.
Miko
Stop
Alachejчик.
taking fights baked. Just take more fights and win.
Yeah,
Jeez.
literally. Alan, but another piece of UFC news. Now that we're on that topic, there is a couple of fights, or actually, yes, there is a couple of things that were announced that we definitely have to go over. I mean, guys,
Let's do it.
drum roll, please. We got the final fight of Dustin the Diamond Poirier's career. And it's not just any fucking fight. He's fighting in the trilogy against Max Holloway. If you guys have ever saw their second fight, that was a war. A
The first one,
fucking
too.
war. The first one too. And to make it even better, Holloway is putting his BMF title on the line. So that will be in New Orleans. This will be
Yep.
in Dustin's backyard.
The last BMF fight ever before they retire the belt.
They're retiring the belt.
No, I just heard Chael Sonnen talking with DC about it. They were like, they should just retire the belt if Dustin wins and he retires.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
should just retire the belt because like some fans see it as just like a promotional gimmick. And honestly, I'm all right either way. I like having the BMF belt because it's fun. I'm all right if they don't have a BMF belt.
yeah,
Bro, there has yet to be a bad BMF fight. So
yeah,
I'll
literally.
take that as a main event any day, even if it's not for an actual
Yeah,
championship.
and Dustin Poirier is actually getting his second crack at the BMF title because he lost to Justin Gaethje.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called? Simka, you
That
there?
lightweight is a different beast. So
Who at lightweight? Or you
yeah,
cut out for a
Max
second.
Holloway. Oh shit, can you
No,
hear
you're
me?
back. Yep, you're back.
Okay, yeah. So Max Holloway. I mean, he's a beast in the octagon. I mean, and especially at lightweight, Alan. Like
Yeah.